then you're going to have to go back. Runoff election is not the same thing as first round elections. You have to spend a lot of money in a very short period of time. One day after when he was announced the winner, go to Facebook, it's still there. I issue a statement. I sending a message of gratitude here, telling him, thank you, it's over, let's move on to our district. Why is it difficult for him to accept the results? This is nobody's personal property. No, the district belongs to everybody. Our employers have asked him to go and say that. They have employed somebody new. Why is he just frustrated? Or he doesn't have the power to do anything. He can't do anything. We've been declared the winner. Solomon Joyce right now, the only thing we can do. Let me tell you this. I try to understand. The first thing I did yesterday, all along we've been waiting for him to reach out to us. Because we want to focus on reconciliation. So since he has not been able to do it, I sent him a message. I said, big brother, reminding him that he still has a role to play and the district still belongs to all of us. We are one district, one people. Let us get together. And I'm not going to use the voice that he sent me back with this message, but I can give it to you if you want to read, but which I wouldn't do. But he sent me a message as a reply. I was so disappointed. I reached out to you. I've been elected. You cannot change it. You were defeated 5,700 vote margin. You cannot change it. Over the years, the people decided to pay us back. You were employed for the second 6 years. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I want to celebrate African soldiers, African soldiers to fight for freedom. I want to celebrate African soldiers now, African soldiers to fight for freedom. Some of them that's not my living, those that are dead are still fighting on. Those that are living are still fighting. Shaka Zulu, African soldier. Listen, let's say African soldier. Now they're shaking way African soldier. Kwame Nkrumah, African soldier. Jomo Kenyatta, African soldier. Patrice Lumumba.
And yes, indeed, it's a very beautiful morning.
Marcus Garvey, African.
This is how we like to say welcome to another beautiful edition of Good Morning Liberia.
Show your love, free your people now.
And it marks the 25th of October 2023. And it's the May week edition.
Save your people
And this morning, I'm crossing across all of the hospitals and clinics,
from economic problems,
wishing you that are feeling downhearted,
from political yabbies.
you who are giving up on life, telling you that there's hope.
Attention, Africans.
Once you are breathing the breath that God gives you, there is hope. So this morning, I would like to say welcome to this beautiful edition of Good Morning Liberia, and good morning to those of you watching us via Facebook. Good morning to our followers in the diaspora. Good morning to Mike Gibby. Good morning to Voice of Liberia 89.7. Good morning to those of you following us through our YouTube page and also the online radio. Good morning, my friends. And of course, this morning there's too many things going on within Liberia as the run-up of the October 10 election is to be the 14th of November, and too many other political engagements But this morning we are at it this morning, and we are here to bring you all of the interesting topics. My name is Emiria Wonlai, and of course I'm here with my usual Grace Williams Joshua. And for our last one this morning is this: you may never know the results come from your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be result. So this morning we are here to tell you that if you do nothing, then there will be no result. You have to do something in order for you to get a result. If even it's a negative result, you have to do something because people learn from their mistakes. I'm always here encouraging people and telling people what to do and telling them that they shouldn't be afraid to make mistakes because mistakes are part of life. And if you make a mistake, definitely you will learn from it and know that you are not to train on that path again. So if you do nothing, you will get nothing. So you have to do something. If even the result is negative, the matter of fact is learn from it. If you are going through life or you are feeling that or you are failing in life, you have to know that you are not failing, you are learning a lesson that will be able to help you out tomorrow. So this morning, we have too many things on our plate. The National Elections Commission, they announced final result on yesterday, and campaign is declared open up to November 12th, 2023. And November 14th is the runoff election.
Okay, thank you very much. My end, I have Vice President did over yesterday gave some market loan as per the promises President we have made to women from Bone County as well. And also the political parties, especially CDC and the Unity Party, have started to engage other political parties as we approach the runoff election, which is scheduled for November 14th, November 8th, this year. November 8th.
Okay, so Fachima's pause for rechecking or rerun, and it was said by his political affairs officer, that is George Watkins. Yes, he's calling for a recheck or a rerun in that area because he said that the supporters couldn't vote because of fear. But we will dive into that and bring all of the details.
And looking at the fact that we are to go to the pool November 8th, and something that all of us know will shape Nigeria was having a new president or retaining what we have already. But that decision is to be made by Liberians. But the support that political parties are, especially Unity Party and CDC, are going to form the other political parties is something that is welcoming. And I think this is where the political game will be played.
Okay. So the National Election Commission appreciates Liberians and their international partners for the hard turnout. Yeah,
President,
they
we
did
are
that
yeah,
yesterday.
yeah, President, we are will today address partisans of CDC at the party headquarters there in Kungotan. I'm told that as we get towards the runoff election, there are some few things we'll be telling them as to maybe how to vote and telling them thank you as well for their huge turnout in the first one because we all know that he accumulated more votes in the just ended election.
Okay, so the government of Japan, they said that they are committed themselves for to providing food to Liberia. On yesterday, that statement was made by one of the Japanese at the that is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Yeah.
He said that on yesterday, and also the Distant Ladies Network call on leadership of ACOP to support President Weah.
And Edward Appleton, where we all been saying the invisible Appleton, has dismissed all claims that he did not campaign, but he just got votes. But he's telling the Liberian people, no, I got vote through the legal process and I campaign. So yesterday he was clearing the air, making people to understand that everyone don't have the same form of campaigning. You may choose to go outside shouting. I may choose to go door to door to campaign.
Okay.
It's also my own car. How I choose to campaign is none of your business.
All right. So at 8 o'clock today, we will get Taina Silva on the line from LRA, and he's the communication director at the LRA, and he will be here to provide report as to what happened in also just the other day. So these are the things we have on our list for our talking points and more to come. That's just a gist of it. Let's take this one. Okay, so welcome back, and let's get into our first talking point. On yesterday, Grace, the National Elections Commission, they announced the final result from yesterday. I don't know what you make of that, but there's a runoff, and yesterday, campaign was declared open by the National Election Commission. Yeah.
Yeah, before going to that, there's a document in my hand on process of LANU, African Liberation League, and the uh, the CPP, quote unquote, Alexander Cummings. They are requesting the NEC to secure and make sure that the ballot papers used in the general election for the presidency are secure because they are requesting to conduct a forensic on the ballot paper. Okay, they want to do some check for why maybe their own reason because Cummings keep saying that the vote he got was not what he's supposed to get. Okay, but other targets like the Leon, the Observer Network, and other observers organizations in Liberia have come up to tell people that what NEC announced is in line with what they have as their own target. But now, these three political parties are requesting now forensic people conducted on the ballot papers that was used for the presidential election in this first round. But my problem now is what would be the use of this forensic if we are already going for a runoff? Going for a runoff, you're calling for this forensic, but yet you are still negotiating with political parties. You see the whole thing? So it's kind of for maybe they just want some counterclaims and some assurance that is like in a write up they said they wanted the people to believe the process, they wanted the people to know that the process was transparent. So by conducting this forensic, our supporters and everyone will know that they what they got was the right one if what the NDC is saying is true. So they're requesting to conduct this forensic. So now this like scheduled for November 8th.
November 14th.
November 8th.
November,
November 14 will be the closure. Anyway,
no, November 12th is the closure of campaign,
yeah.
and then November 14th is the runoff.
Oh, okay. Sorry for that
Yeah.
misunderstanding. Yeah, but I think I've been following her yesterday. Information I gathered that was, but I think it was oversight. But the fact that this election will have all political parties on them. Let's be frank. Even when I won't vote the person got from the whole talent from anything. Let's take for instance, Cummings, for example. Don't be surprised that CDC and Unity Party need that vote as well to be able to be successful. All of them have their influence, they have people they are supporting. So I think this one of we just seen CDC and Unity Party at the face, but politically all the political parties are on board. They are on board.
Okay. Yeah, but let's look at the runoff issue. Like we had, that was 20 presidential candidates going into this election, and then out of the 20 presidential candidates, is the Unity Party and the CDC that are going off to the runoff, right? Those 18 presidential candidates, they got their part of vote, they got their part of percentage, but they never reached CDC and Unity Party percentage. And the runoff that is going on now or that is about to happen on November 14th, CDC is in the lead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with 43.83, right? Percent.
Yeah,
That's what I
CDC.
have. Yeah.
Yeah, CDC is currently in the lead.
Yeah.
Yes, CDC is in the lead with that percent. And also, the former vice president Joseph Walker. And now looking at this whole thing, how do you see it to be? Do you think that these political parties will be able to reach across Liberia, like all part of Liberia, to be able to do their door-to-door campaign? Because the campaign starts yesterday and it runs up to 12. Campaign will be closing. Don't you think that the time is short? Though we are saying for his Liberian constitution that when it's run out, give less time for campaign because you people had all of the time to campaign already. It was able to accommodate 50.1%. Yeah, so looking that out of these political parties will be able to get into various districts, looking at Unity Party and looking at CDC. Someone will say that CDC, they are the incumbent, so definitely they have the money and they are able to reach in the various districts and towns. But let's look at it from the Unity Party. People have been saying that, and we all can see that they are somehow struggling when it comes to the money business because that was the reason why you heard people they started to push this one round victory. They started with CDC because they were saying that going into another second round is going to be expensive for the country. So let's look at it. Do you think that they will be able to get all of their people in the period towns to be able to spread their campaign messages?
Okay, the fact that people have limited time and the run-off is scheduled for November 14, as you rightly said, doesn't in any way deter the political activities because as per our constitution, the new president is supposed to be seated January, anytime if in the inauguration
The
in January. So
inauguration
they have to work in line with the constitution of Liberia. Let's
exactly.
say, for instance, if they delay any further, there will be a need for interim government. Okay, so the constitution is the constitution.
So what I'm saying,
So I
I
understand you.
know that it's the constitution, and
Yeah,
I agree with that.
yeah.
We are law-abiding country. We have to go with that. But my point here is, do you think that these political parties will be able to send men, to be able to do their door-to-door campaign within this period, within this limited time? That's one of the questions I'm asking.
Yeah, I know what
They'll
you're
be able to
asking.
touch
That's
all
the
of the
question myself
districts.
I'm trying to address because NEC could say, okay, as per the layman understanding or from the normal human being understanding, say, okay, let us extend the campaign activities. Maybe let us push the process to December. Let us give people upper time to campaign to be able to come up with what they need to be successful in the upcoming runoff. But now the issue is if they temper with the timeline, it will affect the corporation as well, and you will have everything to go back to Shabbat. Why I said that because now the upper time that the political party do need upper time will be realistic because it's just the country they role are very very desirable to get across the 15 counties. You know it's very very difficult right now. So going back to your people in a short period of time, let's just say barely 2 weeks. Okay? Barely 2 weeks going back to the people telling them why they should elect leaders, run up all those political parties that people supported in the first round. These people are saying they are stop going back to their supporters telling them, please, I want you to support Party A or Party X in this round of election. What time do they have to disseminate this information? The time is short.
So
Very short.
you think that they cannot go across Liberia and be able to spread a message there because the time is short.
What I'm saying as an analyst is that
Mm.
we know the time is short. Actually, to be frank, the time is really, really short for them. Okay? But the issue here is the constitution should be respected. So if even that time forgive them, they still have to work in that time frame. But I don't think it's possible that they will reach the 15 counties
No,
to carry their message. It's just not possible.
yeah, that's the message I wanted to hear from you because when it comes to it's constitutional that we should do that, and all of the elections carry on that even the second round they give them limited time because you have all of the time to do your campaign. And when there's a runoff, you have to do it quickly. But the question here is, will the message be spread across out of the 15 counties? That's one of the questions we are here asking. And if it is so, then that's good for any political party that will do that because they will be able to get your people, they'll be able to get more votes and everything. They will know your number on the ballot paper because you have people in the rural areas who don't know as to what number you will be carrying on that ballot paper, I mean, for the second round. Most especially the voter education was not carried on intensively. So people have to go across political parties, they themselves, they have to go across and tell people in the rural areas as to how to vote to be able to help themselves up. Yeah. So
Let's take for instance the inauguration of President. We are were held on January 22, 2017, 2017. 27. Let's just take it back. Okay. So if that's the case, before January 22, this coming 2024, the whole process should have been what? Concluded. If the president of the power to Joseph Makai, they prepare for the inauguration, right? Now, if the president of the they also have to take that time, to plan the inauguration program. But my point here is this voter education, NEC has the responsibility to show that you carry on civil education. That's why you saw when we had a campaign ongoing. I kept saying that the voter education is not reaching the people, the messages are not carried across because the people they took too long to start engaging people. Take for instance, with just 98% announced, you have almost 200,000 invalid votes. You know the effect is have on the total tally, right? So now, if just 2 weeks it's already there that this 2 weeks for campaign. So what I think political parties should focus on now is civic education because it will be very difficult for me. I'm saying they should do that, but how do you expect a political party to focus on campaigning and also focus on civic education, knowing that that portion is assigned to the National Election Commission?
and yes, it's a
Yeah,
sign for the National Election Commission. But if the National Election Commission is not doing their work,
you
then you'll
have
be
to do
able to
it.
do it because you need the votes.
You need a vote.
It's statuted to do it though, but you need the
So that's the issue. Now it becomes more difficult as a politician or a party to focus on the both at the same time. Labor education is a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing. That's why they have that authority to be the one to carry out and educate the people. But also now you desperately need this vote. NEC, I don't care what you do, there will still be people that will vote the wrong way. But let us try to cut the number down. How do we reduce this number from what it is now to a better one in this round of election? If political parties are to be successful, that percentage that was taken invalid vote
and the
is
percentage
just too
is
high.
very high.
It's
Very high.
high.
It's too high.
So I like you saying, political parties should be able to work with
Try their
all
best.
all senior heads right now. That's why all political parties are decentralized, especially those ones that will be coming on board. Maybe CPP will say I will support this one, so ANC or whoever that will come up to support in the process. They still have to, all the political parties are be flashing and support. Don't have to say, okay, because I'm not in the race anymore. But you are also making a president. You may not be in the race, but if women come out and say, okay, I'm supporting party A or party X, the supporters will eventually turn because they know he's a wise man. Every decision he makes is also in their interest.
Yeah,
He is
so
their political leader.
yeah,
So
so
they should
that's
be able to work with us sooner here as well to make this president that they will be supported.
because the info number is just very high, and there's something that they should be able to work on to and see as to if they will be able to get all of their votes. Just the other day, we were on the radio here, you saw that on the call from Apollo County, and he was saying that invalid votes comes to Kabbalah County, the percentage is very high. People should know that people don't know how to vote. He said that majority of the people just don't know how to vote. And they have not seen anybody from the National Elections Commission to be able to help them through the process. So in this run of election, if you want to do good for yourself, you want to help yourself to be able to send people, detach people to various counties, various towns to be able to help them, teach them as to how to vote in order for you to get your vote instead of it going the invalid way. So that's just one of the things to increase. Let's look at this whole or second round thing and look at it from as to if people will really go to vote. Because what I'm saying this is that the election, the autocratic election, you had representatives and senators contesting in the October 10th general elections, right? So if I'm from Apollo County or from Sano County and I'm running as a representative there, and I have some people in town, some of the people from Sano have been in town, and I told them that I'm contesting there. I want them to go and register there. It's their will, right? They did it really in. And I told them I'll be able to provide vehicles for them to go to be able to cast their vote for me. And now I have won my election within my district. Let's look at it that now it's only presidential candidates that's going for the runoff. Do you think that people will be able to take their physical cash and spend it to go to where they register and be able to vote? Noting that some of the representative or senatorial candidates that they voted for, they have won the election already, or some of them they never won the election and they will not be able to get vehicle for them to transport them again. Do you think that they will go to Sano, Riverside, Green Cape County and be able to vote their president? That's another form of it.
You see why I keep saying this election will go down to some places where people were respected? Because from 2018, okay, since President George took over January from 2018 till now, the CDC supposed to start working. What am I saying? Even if United Party agrees to the Samira, you can't be chucking people around. It's just unconstitutional, Samira. It's just unconstitutional. Let's say, for instance, just what you're saying. Now it will affect the. Let's say, for instance, you chuck people from here. I hope you follow him.
I'm
You
following.
take people from here, you chuck them to great here, knowing the raw condition. That time you have upper time to campaign. Even if you want to leave from here to go Grenada today, you will have lot of challenges on the road because the road is not correct.
Mhm.
You take people from here, Maryland, you chuck them. Now you're going for a runoff election. The people have come back in town, they with their family. You come in, put them in on screen again. So put it on car, carry them to that location where I'm looking at. Maybe Lofa. Just see the distance.
With the kind of road.
There will be a lot of invalid vote.
Hmm.
People are just the people say invalid vote will be better because people that will not turn up for people.
Yeah.
Because it will just be if I was protesting, for instance, in Grenada, before I reach Wulu village, that's just Wulu village after Grenada. I did not win that part of the place I went to campaign. I took people from here, carried them back precisely to that particular polling place to say, sit here, register here, and vote here. Okay? You are assigned to Wulu village. My vote should come from Wulu village because I want you to be here and vote. Understand? If the election was conducted, I lost. I didn't win the election. The first thing you they took me here to Wulu village in Grange there. How do you get back to town? Even people that were serving as pool watchers for somebody, political parties, independent candidates, political parties, now they have not even paid
Pay
them.
them. Yeah. They're not getting paid.
People feel when they don't win election, I mean, they're not entitled to people. If people you will want to use them after 6 years.
And Chris, that was the reason why I decided to ask you this question because I had been thinking on it. If you are representative or a representative candidate and you won your election in Lofa County, you won your election in Spotswood, you won your election in Pablo County, or you never won your election. Now, do you think that they will be able to provide vehicles and carry these people that they took from Monrovia there are districts or towns to be able to vote. Now it's only presidential election that we are going for. And some people might want to vote their presidential candidates, but now they will not have the means to go back there only because we had one representative candidate within Monrovia here and we live around the same area and he talked to me. I willingly decided to go and vote you in your district that you are contesting or your county that you are contesting in. And now you won your election or you never won your election. Now it's only the presidential candidates election. I want to go back there and vote. They will not be able to provide vehicles. And these people they are here with their families, at times they will not want to look at their physical cash and be able to spend it from here low far. looking at the rural condition, leaving our family behind, all of these things. So these are some of the factors we are looking at in the second round as to if
And
the voters will turn up and vote.
that's why you see Costa said that the second round elections require funding. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are huge budgets that will be presented to political parties that are in the race for the second round. For instance, you have 17 to 18 lawmakers from
Why?
outside Maserado, okay?
Okay.
And you have these people. You want them to go and vote. The issue here now, how do you get these people across? You as the political party, you as the quote unquote standard bearer of that political party have to make sure that you provide funds for that 17 to 18 lawmakers, candidates that register in a place that did not win or that was not successful, that took people,
Sure.
truck people to, even their families, you have to make fundings available to transport them
Yeah. You
and
have to do
provide
that.
food for them,
Mhm.
provide sleeping place for them to vote. So now, how do you expect to do these things? That's why people are saying that election, the second round is funny. Because, for instance, there's now only CDC one or any political party that we know that job. All people, all political parties, somewhere or the other, have their family, apart from tracking self. You have your family in Masquerade. You have to travel to be able to vote. For instance, my husband can be contesting, maybe we contest, then I say, I want to vote for my husband. I have to go there to register, right? And
Mhm.
go and these are
Sure.
the things that will affect this election.
Of
It
course.
will affect the second round. You
Mhm.
will have more turnout. It's not because people will not want to go and vote. But how do you get these people to where they register to vote? So now the same thing. We will start counting again from 2024 to go. Just 6 years. 2029 we will forget it. We will jump behind politicians. They will take us from our comfort zone, carry us. For instance, you live in this district. The person is not your relative. The person take you for here, carry you to Zokia district in Nima County to go and vote. You are not in district 6 or district 5 to make decisions as to who becomes your representative for that 6 years. You come back home, stay in that district. Whatever the person does, it's one of your business because you did not vote for that person, you did not stay back. So maybe choose the right person for that district. You abandon your own district. You go somewhere else to cast your vote.
Yeah. So these are some of the things we are looking at as it relates to the second round election. Too many questions as to the fundings, as to if the voters will be able to turn up to their various districts or counties as to where they register. And we are also looking at the voter education too. That is the invalid votes. There were too many the past October 2 election, and now we are asking as to if political parties will go about campaigning and also educating people on how to vote, what the National Elections Commission will be able to do that. And we are also looking at the time frame. Yes, it's in our constitution, but we are asking as to if political parties will be able to touch across Liberia and be able to spread their campaign message. So at 8:15, we will take Kaina Segbe from LRA on the line so that he give us update as to what happened in Soso. So let's take the voice of Tiviata Brown Lasana from yesterday on the result of October 10th.
I just think we need to squeeze in this one. I'm on Facebook right now. They say the issue of funders there's a fire incident there right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
right
School
now.
is reporting it
One
currently.
of my friends also there, so
Okay.
yeah.
What's your so-
One of
Oh,
my
sorry.
friends there,
I'm
so
kind
we're
of, I'm
trying to
kind of,
struggling. Yeah,
yeah.
find something.
Okay.
Yeah, so fire service can just make their way there as well if they are following. Please kindly visit the Ministry of Finance right on Broad Street,
Okay.
please.
So now let's get the voice of the Beata Brown last.
October 2023 polls showed that the ticket of the Congress for Democratic Change (CDC) obtained the highest number of votes, 804,087, constituting 43.83%, followed by the ticket of Unity Party, which obtained 796,961 votes. constituting 43.44%. However, ladies and gentlemen of the press, Article 83B of the Constitution of Liberia requires that for any presidential ticket to win outright on the first ballot, that ticket must acquire at least 50% plus one of the valid votes cast. Article 83B further states that where no presidential ticket obtains at least 50% plus one, the two presidential tickets that receive the highest number of valid votes shall participate in a runoff election to be held on the second Tuesday following the expiration of the time provided for in Article 83C. With the results of the 10th October polls showing that no presidential ticket obtained 50% plus one vote, a runoff election is hereby declared to be held on Tuesday, 14 November 2023, between the two tickets that obtained the highest number of votes. Political campaign for the 14 November runoff election is hereby declared open today, 24th October 2023, and shall close on the 12th of November 2023 at 11:59 p.m.
All right, so that was yesterday final result from the National Elections Commission, and like we said previously, the runoff is to happen on November 14, 2023, and election campaign was declared open yesterday at the National Elections Commission, and the campaign will be closed on November 12th at 11:59 p.m. That was the voice of the data Brown Sana. So this morning we are here asking a few questions and analyzing a few things as it relates to the runoff, as to if people will turn up in their numbers to vote, as to if people who went to various counties, people who went to various towns and districts to register, as to if they will be able to go back there and register. Noting that there were few representatives or senators who told the people from their willingness, the people agreed to go there and be able to vote them. But now that they have won the election or they never won the election, will they be able to provide vehicle or provide means of transportation to be able to transfer or transport people who they took from Monrovia to the federal counties to be able to vote their presidential candidates? Will the voters turn up in their number this second round? Will the voter education be at the people or at the people, convenience wherein they will be able to get education as to how to vote so that we can afford the amount of invalid votes we had this October elections? These are some of the questions we are asking here this morning. And also at the Ministry of Oil.
And the Ministry of Finance precisely the third floor. There's a fire incident there this morning. And please, like our fire service, if you are following this program, please make your way there. Or anybody following that can reach there ASAP, please make your way there. That building, that ministry contains everything we work for in
Yes,
Liberia. Please, that our money business. You don't joke with it in this country. Go there and off that fire right now. Please, fire service, make your way. The SOS call to fire service.
yeah, it's really serious. They have to go there quickly and be able to what they can do
Yeah,
because this is serious. What I'm looking at here
very,
is
very bad.
very serious. This I'm seeing
Yeah,
coming up here is very,
yeah.
very much serious. We don't want anything happening there because people will start to politicize it again. They will start to
But
say things.
fire, that's disaster. Anytime it can happen. Accident has happen anytime. You driving, it happen anywhere you can see these things happening. So I don't think anyone will want it happen to the executive mansion, no. But anyway, please make your way there for Liberia. Anything can be politicized.
Yeah, so that's just it this morning. So yesterday too, um, Beata Brown last time, she also commented and she appreciated Liberians who turned up to vote on yesterday. She appreciated them for coming out and being peaceful. And also she appreciated international communities for, being here and also keeping the peace within Liberia. One thing I can say is that Liberia is all we have and peace matters a lot within this country. Now, she also commend Liberians for being, being so, I don't know if to say sober, in keeping the peace within this country because some of the things that happened, people thought that was going to go bad. But once they sat and they listened to their political leaders, each and every political leader were preaching peace message within the country. And also, that is
Director Brown Lasson, I want to congratulate you for your level of professionalism you ahead during this difficult period in our country. Telling us thank you, yes, for the big one go to you for being transparent, for being honest, for being open within this whole tour process. This is something that most often in other countries you don't see. For you to have election commissions that is willing to take answers questions, respond to your questions, as address situations, even when she had mistakes while announcing results, she had to go back and make few of those corrections. So, the Director Brown Latana, you are a general, as I salute you. And what is important now is for us to go to the second round. There's runoffs, to go to this runoff with an open mouth. Just how we trusted the process first, we believe that the election commission will execute the authority we give to conduct this election. We openly accepted the result and are willing to work to make sure that we elect our president comes November 14. It's also in our purview to educate our people. These issues of voter education not only come from the election commission or political parties as we go to the pool to the poll to cast our vote.
yeah. So
Well, I'm
okay,
coming shortly. All of us should get involved. If for instance, I might have a little brother that don't know how to vote, that has not been, that has not been able to cast his vote before. This is the time I should educate him and tell him, Johnny or whoever you have, vote this way, vote that way, and try to for casting your vote the wrong way.
yeah, so yesterday we appreciated Liberians for turning up in their number. It was 1,947,155 voters
Wow.
that voted for this election, and it was the percentage is 78.86% out of 2,471,617 total voters. So the total voters that registered for this election was 2,471,617 total voters. And those that went to the polls to be able to vote, that there are candidates, they amounted to 100 to 1,947,155 voters. And the percent here is 78.86%. So that's it. And also, I would like to say, uh, raffle to Liberians for waiting upon the National Elections Commission result because we told you people that this election you shouldn't listen to the result from outside, but rather you should be able to listen to the result from the house's mouth, and that is the National Elections Commission. With that being said, we are going to take a short break, and when we are back, we will bring Segma on the line so that he can be able to give us updates.
The 10th October 2023 polls showed that the ticket metric technology for the registration of voters, which produced by the Commission to observe the elections. These observers were deployed across the 15 counties of Liberia.
Okay, so welcome back. Welcome back to Voice of Liberia 104.1. And if you are just tuning in, I would like to say this is Voice of Liberia. And currently we are broadcasting to you from Capital Purpose. It's the program Good Morning Liberia with Samira Mona and Miss Williams Joshua this morning. So this morning I'm trying to get Mr. Segway online from LOA so that he be able to address some issues as it relates to what happened with his also. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Mela, is there something that will
This is
yeah,
Samira Wula.
okay, thank you.
Good morning. From our side of the 12, then I'm told that you will be elaborating on the voter that were arrested by the LRA. Mr. Sangba, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. Get the question too clear about voter ID card being not arrested. I mean,
All right. So Yara said we listened to you on one of the radio stations, and we were told that news going about that you people you people are selling photo cards, and you clarified that news that LRA is not selling photo cards. So we called to get the information as to what's going on with Insource.
well, I have now spoken to any issue in Georgia, and LRA is nowhere in any way connected to voter card further. We collect revenue. How will people link out to this kind of information? Somebody said something somewhere and people are not getting it clearly and carry on this version of what is happening.
Okay.
People in Grand Bassa County, we have what we call the real estate expansion project. This project, because let me go into the detail, let me explain what I'm saying that there are a tax agent assigned in Grand Bassa County are going to tax owners in asking them for their voters card and taking the voters card information to suggest that when they go to vote in the runoff, they will be said and they have already voted. That is the wrong information that is ongoing or that has been ongoing in Denver and the Constitution of what is being rumored. It was being rumored that LRA tax agent assigned Grand Bassa specifically the Buchanan District 3 area are taking people voters card information to suggest that when they go to vote in the wrong form, it will be assumed that they have already voted. That is a lie. That is the most terrible and damaging information that is ongoing in Denver.
Galisha, also, I want a clarity because I think this information is linked with about the 9 voter card that was.
The change I will provide all the information that you need.
Yeah.
The basic, I want to be clear so that who are listening at any level of speech will understand what I'm saying. So now that that is said, we have to come out to say it is a lie and it is in no way connected to whatever is being said.
Okay.
So here it is. In 2021, on December 15, launched what we call the real estate tax project under the local government decentralization project in Canada. That is in Marketing County. Under the real estate tax project, we are registering all real properties. So our pilot in Marketing. Under that project, we collect revenue under the real estate tax project. 50% of that money will go to the county and 50% will come to the national government. The one that goes to the county will be used by county officials and the county people to decide whatever project they want to undertake. Now, in order to be registered, you need to provide that you indeed own a property because that so that project went to the oil in Marketing County. And next year we started in Marketing in Eastern Bank County. Last October we had a county-wide stakeholder engagement where all the counties representatives and people came together and we had that discussion with the people far ahead of the election. This year in June, we completed the recruitment and training of 9 tax agents. Those tax agents are people who are recruited from the community as a way of one, providing livelihood and job opportunity for them, two, enabling them since they know the terrain to register all the properties in the district. In July, the project started. They have been going on registering properties and putting them in the tax list. After the registration of the property, they issue what we call tax identification numbers to each of the property owner, and then they will now begin to pay taxes on those properties. In order for your property to be registered, you need to provide certain things. That's what I'll talk about. You have to give a national ID card, or your passport, or a Nigerian driver license, or a birth certificate, or a NASCOP or National Security ID card. If all of these ID cards are not available, then you can also provide us your voter's card. Because the reason is that all of these 6 different identifications tell people automatically who you actually are, and now we need that information to go. You take the photograph of your property and your ID card and put it into our database so that nobody else comes tomorrow and tell us that, hey, I am the owner of this property. So that is how, and we need that information also to be able to give you your tax identification number. As anybody who has ever gotten tax identification number at the LRA, you need your ID, a passport, your ID, your driver license, or some identity that shows that you are you. So now that the election has come and the project is still ongoing, people are now lying. They used to use political, all kind of propaganda want to undermine the collection of revenue or to think the very excellent image of the LRA. I think they should allow the LRA to breathe and collect the money that this country needs to even run the election for whatever project we undergo. So to clarify this again, LRA is in no way associated with the lie that is ongoing about getting people's voter information cards for electoral purposes. No. LRA is devoid of every political activity with respect to the election. We have a very strong rule at the LRA. That's why you don't see LRA people talking or even posting on their Facebook page about election easily. Because if you do that, it means you are violating the principle under which you are working at LRA.
Alicia, thank you for the clarity, but I need you to please clarify to the public that if LRA, when they collect that ID card, do they store it for a period of time or they give it right back to you?
We're not taking ID card away from you. We still need the ID card to take your horse photograph and run with the ID card to put it in our database. So it will be for 30 seconds or less.
Okay.
We are not keeping ID card. We
Yeah.
don't want ID card for people.
That
We only
means
want the ID card to be able to show it. Look at the need, for example, if you say your name is Kahina Singh, your ID card should bear Kahina Singh. You can say your name is Kahina Singh and your ID card is very Emmanuel Singh. Then automatically we can take that information from you.
okay. So
That is the purpose of you to use the ID card to register your property and then to use that information to issue you a tax identification number. A tax identification number is your ID that shows that indeed you are registered with the Nigerian Revenue Authority and now you can pay your taxes.
the link was to there's 89 voter card arrested in Zozo. So if LRA don't store voter card, then that means they have no link with LRA. Thanks for the clarity.
We are not involved with our project. I know the information about Zozo is completely and absolutely different. Your actions, people okay, so we explain or other the moving council, you can call them and ask them to explain better to that.
It was the clarity we needed.
Best way to get the
The
clarity.
clarity. Yeah.
You are very right to get the clarity, and that's what I try to provide for you. Our real estate tax project is put in Magidi and Grand Bassa County, and we are not in any way, directly or indirectly, taking people out the car, especially workers' car, to be able to do anything related to election. If you take your car, it's about 30 seconds or less just to take a photograph to identify you that indeed you are the owner of the property that we are registered.
Okay,
So show
Kaina.
that you are active.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for always calling. We always available to provide this kind of clarity because that's what we work for. And let us not thrive on negative information. Let us try to serve our country well and be truthful to ourselves. Thank you ever so much, and I appreciate the call and your time this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Because there's a huge fire is there right now. You have to go and put things in control. Whoever listening, I have to contact the fire service as well. You can just and try to get them to pay attention to that stuff ASAP, because there are a lot of properties within the vicinity. Apart from the final ministry, there are a lot of like units that still there. So please make your way there.
Yeah, so this morning, yes, in a few minutes from now, we will be opening the lines to be able to interact with Nigerians as it relates to the that is to take place on November, that is November 14. But just before that, let's dive into
Yeah,
another thing
yeah.
quickly and then make it two talking points
So
for
looking
the
at the fact
comers.
that this election has almost been concluded, and President Weah did well in the first round, but he's neck to neck with Vice President Joseph Wakai. We don't know how the total runoff will be, but from where they stand, the CDC is in the lead, and from the just ended election and the result that was announced, but there are still groundwork being done. So what the public make of this runoff is a question to them. How will the whole system be? Which party they're from and who they will be supporting? Will people say, okay, I will listen to my political party for choosing a side? Or people will be independently say, okay, maybe I'm from CPP, I'm from LANU, I'm from this other political party, I will just support who I want to support. I don't need my political senator intervention before supporting CDC or United Party. So this morning, that is what the public will decide. So
Yeah, Grace, and just before that, this morning, we have been seeing photos of Alexander Kumis, and that is Joseph Walker, and also President. We are across the media. We don't know what happened in discussion, but we expect that because it's the time now for people to be able to negotiate with other political parties and see what they bring to the table. So we are expected to see that. But just for yesterday, Fatimata Fofana from the Decent Ladies Muslim group, she called on supporters, she called supporters of ACOP, and she also called on ACOP that they be able to support President Weah for the second round, and she named some of the things that President Weah done for the Muslim community, some of the reasons why they should be able to, or go on the side of CDC for this round of election. And she said that it's because at the time in Red Light there was Muslim center there and fire caught it and burned. President Weah was able to help them, and President Weah, yeah, yeah, and President Weah is always, there with them and also always encouraging Muslims. So they should be able to come up and be able to support President Weah. That's the decent legislature. But I don't know what you make of it. Do you think that the leadership of the ACOP will be able to look at that and be able to support, or how do you see it like?
For me, when it comes to the Muslims community in Liberia, there's a set of people that are well respected and they are decent. They always make the right decision for this country. Also, the Christian and all other walks of Liberians. But when it comes to this political side, right now, everyone has interest, but the thing is about interest.
So
When you check the administration, there's a huge influence, a huge effect of Muslims that are appointed or working from the ministerial, from the government to the ministerial angle. There are a lot of things like Canasco. There are just so many of them that even the Muslim advisor to the president as well,
yeah,
and there are just so many of them. From what I can say when it comes to politics, people seem to take the interest in the style that they know will go in line with what they want, what their platform stands for. So she calling on Anchor is something that she too she can do in order to get to support CDC. But even you will have it that if Anchor say, okay, I will support CDC or support United Party, there will still be people from Akko, from the Muslim community that will willingly cross over to support whoever they want to support. That's why the political leader will say support this person or support that person. That's politics for you. But what I can say is CDC may stand low leverage, low good chance because they have huge intakes of Muslims working in their government.
exactly.
Yeah, but that doesn't also guarantee because there are some rumors going around saying that little issues like
On the Somalia track, yeah, Japan freeway.
the fact that both parties were affected. For me, from my angle, both parties were affected. So politics is again, that everyone know that people that make themselves political for politicians to be used, you will find out that you will lose your life or you'll be involved in brutality or electoral violence happening all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But do you think that the political leader will be able to listen to what was said by the decent lady? That decent ladies, I mean, that's number one. And number two is that we have been seeing photos on the media of Alexander Cummings with the former Vice President Joseph Yuma Boakai, and also Alexander Cummings with the President George Weah. You think what's going on there? Because people might say that just how you told me to be politics is something that you will not understand if you're out there, because many would think that Cummings will not go on the side of Ambassador Parker, neither will he go on the side of President Weah. But now in the runoff, we are seeing that they are meeting and having some discussions. What do you think about
So I said from the earlier stage that
Lanu?
Landu, Liberia Liberation League, and that of the CPP has a petition or sending a letter of request to the NEC that they want to conduct a forensic on this October 20 election on ballot paper to see if the process was transparent. And also seeing them posting for photos with political parties that are the lead of they just in that election, like the invite of Ambassador Blackheart, George Weah. Also, it's a serious one for that because if you have a grievance saying you have problems with the election result, when you want to address it, I think this is the right time. There's a time frame you have to work with, and don't embrace it and just start going. You have to adjust that situation. You have to be clear first before you proceed to the runoff. But the fact that Cummins is posting with political parties doesn't really show that maybe he's going to support any of them. Because no matter what is done, whoever you have interest in, that's the person you stay with. But now, seeing all parties negotiated with, and from a Capital standpoint, and Capital yesterday,
Yes.
working with Joseph, was saying Capital will support George Weah, Capital, the National Commission cheated, and all those things. But the fact that political theory and should not understand by people that are outside the fence, the people that are inside. All these people are friends, people are brothers, all of them need to one place and they down together. And at the end of the day, they decide who become president, who has the numbers. So let us sit and observe them, but if you also like what I say to you, you have your voting part, you have your political leaders in place, you have your own decision to make as well.
Yes, and also after yesterday, he hosted a press conference on yesterday. You know, the way in which the place was looking, many people said from the earlier stage that they never expected Apiton to have the kind of vote he had from the October 10th polls. And he was telling Liberian people that he worked for his vote. But you can elaborate on it a bit?
Yeah, Aberton just makes all things that he literally got the protocol. So for me, I can tell people for free, Liberia belongs to all of us. So you notice that I told people the election was very free and fair because I was at the pool that day when the counting started. All because of like when people were posted, we were going live. We were allowed to go live. We were allowed to be part of the process. No one was having anything for us. So what I think, if Cummings or Joe Buckeye or George in Africa got the voting for this the president of Liberia, most of them are just tired sometimes they don't even want to vote for it. So if they enter the place, they see whoever they see when they first number one, they vote for you and they get out. And then another means I think in the past election too, I see opportunity. But now maybe people are thinking happen to be Cummings because they see A and it's another and Appleton, these are the things. So people that don't know how to read it, right, will just go on. This is Cummings. Let me support my Cummings and get out. That's just it. I don't have to sit and look around. And people don't even, I think what political party for that people is how they look on the ballot paper is also important. The way you dress, the clothes you wear, you have to tell your supporters how you look on the ballot paper. And if you, mind you, and if you only carry the regular paper education, but any will not be able to tell the people what clothes you wear on that ballot paper. They don't do that. That's not the area. That's not their work to do. So you have to tell the people how you do. So I think African got got and the process was transparent.
All right, so let's have the voice of Fatimata Fofana from the Decent Ladies Network, who called more ACOP leaders and also partisans of ACOP to be able to support President Ria comes the runoff.
We have gathered here today in kindness, considering the importance of this election, to pour on our parents, brothers, sisters, and our respected elders in the Mandingo community to please see a reason to rally the leadership of APO to endorse the re-election bid of President George and we are in the runoff election. The reason of our clear appeal to our respected elders, including the imams and other stakeholders in our cherished Mandingo and Muslim communities, to support the re-election of President Ria is due to the many contributions towards us and the community in general. The reconstruction of the Islamic Learning Center in Red Light, in demonstration of the president's tolerance and respect for Islam in 2019, upon hearing the news about the fire incident destroyed the Islamic Learning Center in Red Light, the president rallied the executive branch of government in appear physically to identify with the school authority, the bereaved family, and the Muslim community at large. His Excellency also ensured the reconstruction of the Islamic belief system, which followed demonstrate how tolerance is in the degree of respect he shows for Muslims in Liberia. Something that have never happened in the history of Liberia. Muslims have always struggled for recognition when people in leadership never support the cause of promoting and extending Islam. And you all know the importance of Malakas, where Islam is taught and the doctrine of Islam is enhanced. How does therefore government workers since the excellencies of the Excellency George Maria have always issued a leave of absence from all government activities and functions by those who are Muslims in Liberia and are supposed to be celebrating the Ramadan or every day feast in our country, which is a step close to ensuring tolerance for Muslims in Liberia.
All right, so that was the voice of Fatimata Fufana calling on backup leaders and also participants to be able to support President Wiakam's the runoff November 14, and also she needs some of the reasons why they should be able to support President Weah. So this morning, let's open the phone lines and be able to take in calls so that you'll be able to make a point as to what do you make of the winner of November 14. And we discuss many things as to do you think that voters will vote in their numbers looking at there were some people who left Monrovia or Monserrate to go in the rural area to register because of their representative or senatorial candidate. And now it's only the two presidential candidates we are looking at. There's no representative or senatorial candidate. Do you think that they will be able to look at their physical cash and pay their way to go to their rural areas? Or those people who carry them at these various districts, do you think that they will be able to provide vehicle or get means of transportation for them to be able to vote their president? That's one of the questions, sir, you are to answer to this morning. And also, do you think that political parties will be able to do the voter education, looking at the National Election Commission and looking at the past October 10th vote or the past October 10th invalid votes? There were many. This time around, do you think that the National Elections Commission will carry on civil education, or do you think that the political parties will be able to campaign at the same time, be able to give the voter education out? And also, what do you make of the second round? Comes November 12th. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where do you join us from?
My name is Ernest Coco, and I'm coming from Carlos County.
Okay.
I want to say thank you this morning for the show. The election, the turnout, just like you are saying, the turnout will not be too huge
Okay.
because the voter choking was too much. Looking for a place to develop. So it left with the two political parties that move for one country. So if we live in Canada, we know the amount of buses that we have in Monrovia are going to bump in favor of Johnny Quay. So it left with the party that we reach out to these people to talk to them, to make funding available so people can go and exercise their fundamental standard. And to the issue of the leader we just spoke, yes, I think that's a very good call. The Manigo community and the African community have to see in that direction to place our support for the re-election president to do better for this nation. Again, I'm Ernest Coco for Carlos County. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Chief Grace and the panelists.
Mm.
David, you have it now for this morning.
Go
But
ahead. Go ahead.
I listened to one of your excerpts, and I really want to frown on it because I frown on the issue of a specific group of tribal groups voting for a specific, political party. I listened to Fatimata Fofana excerpt. And for me, I want to term that as a garbage politics. I think for me, I would prefer calling on ACO to support the CDC than the Mandingo. I don't want us to make this election on a tribal level because I frown on the people of Lofa country voting for only Ambassador General Baka. Never forget about the issue of tribal politics. And I think you said it right this morning when you people said those that voted across the country that was taken by lawmakers to go vote in a specific district. Now lawmakers did not make it. I think a lawmaker will not get to a bad to go vote. I think in some instances, those lawmakers are speaking that voting a specific area that chop people. If they succeed, maybe they might take those people back to go and vote. So I just want to thank you guys in studio there and my sister for the platform.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Question of this Christy, and there is a verse of Lawson Augustine Audacious Wisdom. So I listened to your panelists, and there are few things that I would like to talk on the pronouncement. Number one, on the pronouncement on the energy button yesterday, and that of the new Gucci on the market after to high of seeing that identical food. Now, let me just speak on the issue of Apple. You know, the economic sector that the opposition was carrying around here. That's the reason why our people are not too educated, especially our Western voters are saying vote rescue one and vote rescue two. Some of them even went to the police sector and they went to number one, right, number two on the press. There was a little one that I asked her, I said, who did vote for? She told me, I voted for rescue one and we're rescue two on the ballot. I said, smart. So that's one error I think. And on the issue of the pronouncement of men, I think that we are on 43 Let me tell you, it's a shame and disgrace to the ruling party. Because I like when the Unity Party was in office, but when the Unity Party was in power, 2011 with CDC went for runoff, there was high margin, the margin was 1,335 margin instead of the Unity Party. Then why is it that we are on 7,000 margin if it was CDC, then the party all around voting, so the middle of zero error. They will campaign against them, but if it's not voting, the pastor doesn't even follow up the next president. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so I think we give a lot of time to those who already have our station number. Let's take this one again. I didn't even call the number.
Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. Your name and where do you join us from?
Yeah, this is Sarah William, and I join you for my District 13 on the live capital shot this morning. Let me say thanks to you for the topic discussion.
Go ahead, Baba. Make your points.
You see, let me just say this or the first thing I started this morning at the here. I'm a good man. Let me just see my dad this morning. You're not good at see. They not have a coin there. Old more power. Old boy man. Give you a go people. Go back. If what you there on your way, go winning. On your way, go high, and no more. And you are manale. So, you have the fire in the 40. Over 9, so over yeah, so I saw you over about 9. It's an 40 kilos. You are going to think, it's an abena qua, it's 40. Say, c'est mon quoi, 40. Pone ne bibu ya na ojo siane ojo wiaya
Thank
we
you,
no
Baba.
vote
Thank you.
okay
Thank you.
let me just put that thing home in okay let me just say thanks to you for the discussion again and let me just say you know the issue of this revolt all sides need everybody there's a reason why with all the humiliation and the neighbor to Mr. Kume today they running begging him to join them but I see Mr. Kume somehow we are sedition. So that's on the night, we foresee some of us sedition to vote for Mr. Kume. But if he made a mistake to support the in this election for me, and some of us are sedition, we will not go away for the night. Thank you for the time.
Okay, thank you. So this morning, call us from 0770 907 907 0880 907 907 to make a point on Good Morning Liberia. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where do you join us from?
Good morning, Samira, and good morning to Liberian people.
Good morning, my brother.
Lauren Yema, I join you from my residence, Dallas.
Okay.
Thank you for the top round of discussion this morning. Samira, you know this second round. Let me say something for the record. Some of us We were supported by in the aspiring of 0 counties. Like I'm a Gajirian, I voted in Baz in this game of region. And yesterday I spoke with my leader. He said, my man, there is no form. So you and your 100, yes, wait a bit. Let's see if we can do a negotiation with those two political parties that remain to go around independent. So with this alone, this thing here, it can help to reduce the votes in the second round. The total number of voters you have for the first round will not be the same. So both political parties need to work tirelessly to educate the people on the voting process. Speaking to Mr. Cummings were one of the men who did the awareness to up to 15 counties. Probably, voters went for fixer one. A fixer one, number one on the ballot. So you came on and said fixer one, fixer two. People went and voted for fixer one and fixer two.
Okay, you gotta wrap up quick.
So to conclude, so I'm calling on all of the supporters of those two parties, like I was sitting at a former position last night around the Johnstown, and one of my colleagues said, have you done your endorsement? 100 men. I said, no. He said, but what are you waiting for? I said, brother, you will not.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Abu Sherin calling for Bon County in Bapolo.
Go ahead.
First of all, I need to show this is my first time calling on Oshibo. And I believe Fatimata is on the right trajectory.
Thank
In this country, it's not the interest of Islam, the president have been pushed away, etc. So there's no way we can tell the president that Fatimata is right. Because we need recognition. This president is a free thinker and think all sides.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Eddie and says to a call from Capitol Hill in Monrovia.
Go ahead.
I would just love to thank you to the studio analyst and to all those that called me. I have a few things to say. The first thing I want to say, I would love to thank you to the two parties that at least 52nd in the election, and also those who partake into the election. CDC and Unity Party have their own strength. And another thing, I believe that the turnout for the second round might be small, according to the analysis you guys made, that those who were able to go out to vote for people in rural areas. My point is, if you were taking to rural areas to vote, that means you do not even respect the process. I'm just saying it from a small man perspective. However, the winner for the second round becomes the person who we know that we are giving the country to for 6 years. Once again, my name is Eddie M. and I call for Capitol Hill in Malaysia.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, your name is
My name is Peter S. calling from Puna for LPA community.
Go ahead.
My dear, thank you for the topic on the discussion this morning. You see, people living from the respected district going to another district to go vote, and my sister is a very vital situation. Now, the second round now for Day, I need a number to reach them will be very tough. And secondly, I love the Muslim community. And the law of people to just like Nima kind of people. When the majority development of Georgia ceremony in abroad, it affects Nima kind of quickly. But if the Nima can sit down and vote German to go to Tamala, it's very wrong. For Nima country. You come out somebody to get peace where does not mean for people to go there. George, we have to take a role to Akuba to get to the game is dominated by Nima people. Because of Tamala, they put or just brother.
Okay, thank you. You have sustained your time. Good morning.
so much.
Mm.
I remain the political officer of the National Response and Defense Team, ala Proco Defender Peter McCauley, the civilized support, and I join you for district now, most of the country.
All right, my brother. Go straight to the point.
Thank you. Let me say this. If score you reap today, it will follow you. Meaning, if you can recollect when the CPP came together, they were commendable to against the government. But some power agreed, the other side, and it's not been in the company. I'm seeing photos wrong. You know, that past in a person the photo with Waka and it's not coming. For me, I would denigrate, especially the coming, to say where you want to go, where you will come, you have a political right. But remember how you are tell us on the political from the Unity Party. You need to open your eyes, come to the Mother Coalition for Democratic Change.
My man, you running campaign yet?
No, campaign. Just
campaign, but I can pay for airtime.
The way in which other counties, senators speaking in the way they're supposed to
Okay, so you get first your time. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. You have to walk away from the monitor, please.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is
You gotta call back. Good morning.
Well, good morning, my dear. So how are you?
I'm okay.
Well, thank you. This is the people's governor. We don't talk about this to the
Ali, don't so.
And I join you from my comfort district and the whole of members of the response and defense team.
Okay.
Yeah, let me say bravo to you for the show this morning. Topic on discussion. You know, look, this thing, there's nothing, no even if the running this about second running. Why is true there are some lapses on which the government our side will need to work on, and those lapses we are already engaged in. The government is doing everything to make sure that we reach out to all of our people. When you know the citizens of this country through the president, we are only observing. President, we are doing extremely well for that. Those counties are some of those counties that we took. Number that we really expected, we know that come the second round of the people will know, and they will definitely start because they know that we go now our people to the county. So, all you know, we know President, we are with you. So that's all we pray for my business.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Nadima, where do you join us from?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, good morning.
You have to walk away from the monitor, my brother.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say this. You know, of course, the election is not about capability. Yeah, it's about our country, how the country is going to be successful tomorrow, no matter how it is. If we think that something that we're electing that, then we should go for it. But when we think that GMB grew or GMB will deliver the country to us, then we should vote in that. But it's not something that we say, oh, this and that way. The level, we the human being, and this and that. And for me, I remember that, and I also should do unified to travel all this.
Okay.
Election, we should bring GMB to be a good president.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. You've made your point this morning. It's not we are discussing. So if you are just you would like to say this is Voice of Liberia 4.1. Currently the program Good Morning Liberia with Samiria Wala and Chris Williams Joshua. This morning we are analyzing a few things. So if you have been listening, call us on 0770 907 907 0886 0907907 to be able to make a point on Good Morning Liberia. The runoff date is November 14. Campaign officially opened yesterday, and it closes on November 12th. So, what do you make of the runoff? Do you think that these political parties will be able to reach across Liberia and spread their campaign message? What do you make of the invalid votes? Because we accumulated too many invalid votes from the October 10th polls. So this one, do you think that political parties will be going about campaigning at the same time being able to be doing the photo or civil education? These are some of the questions we are asking this morning. Good morning. What can we from your monitor?
I'm calling from. Welcome.
You gotta walk away from your monitor. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, that person. Good morning.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
come on. Yeah, I'm calling from Welcome Community, Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, talking about second round for presidential election. Yeah,
My brother, you will have to walk away from your monitor before you call, or else we will continue to get the feedback in studio here. Let's take this one.
good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Eladio.
Go ahead.
I'm calling from Conway.
Okay.
You see why the Italian votes were many? Because you take your finger before you go cast the vote.
The-
And faster, you to cast the vote before in your finger.
where that happened to you? Because where I went on or the president said that you can through casting your vote before the ink.
Conway.
Okay, how to write, put your finger in the ink.
No, they're not.
All right. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, good. Yeah, people just say for only this to food.
Mhm.
Yes, let me tell you what I do to say. And let me tell you, you have never gone for Liberia. Let me be bold and tell you. You see the legacy that John are throwing in the country, or we call it playing cookie, doing work on the station, doing all other things. Then they coming up to us, oh, government is still image of Liberia. We now said that we never just kind of we are ready to go.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, your name and what do you join us from?
Lama Sherry is money calling you from you, Canada.
Go ahead.
Thank you for the platform.
Mm.
But I somehow feeling bad when I see people accusing Malian for voting shots away. If the seditions are looking at Nima, also looking at Eastern the way they voted, they are not talking about Eastern, only Nima are doing. I think that is very wrong. This is not how to pronounce the when it comes to the penalty situation when it comes to composition. Look at the sub-Eastern that the way they voted is very bad in local Nima. Nima gave vote to CDC. So when they are just coming on air saying that indeed only Nima they are looking at to be bad, I think it is not good. Second to that is I think unless you want to take the area to be a campaign ground, but I think that you could position the platform.
What do
So
you mean?
yeah. So
What do
I
you mean?
believe that yeah. So I believe that any other things that you put on table, we ought to discuss it and put out a running radio station. If we want to do so, we will do it. Thank you very much.
But it was what we said. We're not taking people to run campaign here. So at times when you are saying things, you know how to say it. Oh, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and where do you join us from?
I'm hearing my black community.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the topic of discussion. In this round,
John Comey is telling a better time for 2029. So let be patient and listen to what these few people will tell you. Let be patient. You shouldn't make mistake of what thinking.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so able. Good morning.
Yeah, good.
Good morning. Your name and what do you join us?
I'm PWF Go.
Go ahead.
My blog for you to do is a please. I want for you to achieve all the policy of the recovery of Nigeria like the election will be done in the world.
It's not what we are talking. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name
Your
and what
name
do you
and where
join
you
us?
going?
I need you want
You are go ahead, make your
according from Duana.
go
If people
ahead.
want to please our country, CDC God that is not but for the start is just up water completed down there, completed water. So they don't want for that trap come away. So the money the market there.
Good morning. Good morning. Are you there? Okay, she left. Let's speak another call. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
Your name and where you call from?
Yes, I'm Melvin Friday calling for Timothy Grove community.
Go ahead.
Yes, you see what the quarter are saying this morning, some of us is looking something away to us because when you talk about Southeast, it doesn't mean that one county on our side, county that so six county. So when you want to compare six county to compare with one county, I don't sure it will be good that way. When you talk about local county, there only one county. But then they will say, so if you voted for we are so local country or Lima country will vote Waka. I don't sure that is right. Because local country or Lima country is a home country.
Thank you. Thank you. Please,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
beg that's not what we're discussing yesterday. Keep people taking the discussion from where we put it. We're talking about the we're talking about a runoff election and how political parties are gearing to encourage other people, especially Unity Party and CDC, to get other political party to support them. We're talking about travel politics this morning, and we discourage any form of travel politics. There was a statement this lady made in from to Anchor. She wanted Anchor to support CDC, and we tried to get on the table to for the public to tell us what they make of it, but not to everybody sending a discussion on travel politics.
Yeah,
Please.
that is what matter for Fana is why say when they call and you're not go straight to the point if you're able to tell them that is not what you are discussing. The statement was made by Fatimata Fofana from the Tisa Ladies um, group, and she's calling on ACOP and Muslims to be able to support President Biya for the runoff. She named some reasons why they should support him, and we are also talking on the issue where about the second round. How do you look at it? Do you think that the voters will be able to come up in their numbers? Looking at
Uh,
good morning.
yeah, good morning.
Go
I'm
ahead.
Ali Belete calling for Kakara Magidi County.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the program. But the issue about before Fatmara to come out and say that we should pledge our support to TDC. I think Fatmara could wait and wait for our political leader, which is Honorable Losedi F. Kamara. Losedi F. Kamara will give us the opportunity and privilege for us to pay our support to TDC. So thank you.
Thank you.
Mm, okay. So 0770-907-90880-907-907 to be able to make a point on good morning, Liberia. We'll take few more calls and then we go to our second point. our second talking point for today. Good morning. Mm, a person left. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Go ahead.
Carlos came and calling from Galaxy.
Okay.
I don't know what people dangling even with the on their political leader to get the way forward. My sister, just look at your own life. In politics, no need for someone to tell you what to do. Look at your own life, how you living and how you have been living before. If you say the government is improving everybody's life, who's supposed to ask you where to go?
Mm.
But look at it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Abu Sherry calling from one country.
I
I
will go
want to
straight
know
to
my
the
way
point.
out.
Yes, go straight to the point.
What would tell you all the Muslim people in this country? Large money is the only alternative for us because it's a free ticket. They may talk to everybody good way. They may recognize everybody. They may honor everybody. They may
Okay. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and
I'm
what do you
Harriet
think?
calling from Canada.
Go ahead.
All I have to say to these two federal parties who are carrying on their campaign, because I said I pulled out, and then there were a lot of invalid food. It came out for the old people and the young. Yes. So when they are running their campaign this time around, they should please teach the people how to vote. Please.
Okay, thank you. So
Okay.
that's how we close the core segment for this segment and be able to move on to our last talking point for today. Stop putting in your course. Let's close the core segment. So the political affairs officer, that is George Watkins, he spoke to uh the issue of for Chambers, that is I can say the former speaker, and they are calling for rechecking or review within their area. And he said that the reason why they are doing that is because supporters were not able to vote on voting day because the country devil outside, and it was because of fear that they were not able to vote. So he's calling, or he went to court and he's calling for a recheck or rerun within that area. Yeah, so that's one of the things we will be looking at for our second segment. As we all know that Buffer Chambers was whipped, and um and now he's calling for recount, and he went to court, and his political affairs officer George Watkins, he said some of the things that I just said not too long. And also the government of Japan, they committed yesterday itself to providing food to Liberia. 2 million United States dollar worth of food to Liberia only yesterday. And um, the minister there, Maxwell Kimea, he appreciated them and said that the development is to assist or will assist or those who are in need of it. So these are some of the things we'll be looking at for the second segment of our program. And also, the past president, Joelle Howard Taylor, she gives market sales loans in Polk County on yesterday. But let's start with Alpha Chambers, the political affairs officers, George Watkins, he called on people to court and they are calling for a recheck or review. Chris, what do you make of that?
First of all, if we all want to put our egg in one basket and focus on the running election, we should schedule for uh, November 12, November 14, sorry, November 14, we have to put aside everything and see what choice and the CPP and all the political parties should be focusing on right now is uh, if you know that the country level was another day, people required to put call election commission at that time to over to the process and postpone the process. While we're trying people interfere with political affairs. I don't think it's in the capacity of any traditional person or quote unquote devil to stop the electoral process. No, this is a constitutional mandate that all of us are supposed to do on our day to cast our vote. So you must keep quiet and therefore not before pushing his complaint. So if you want to rerun, then he has to give evidence. He has to come with proof. He has to come with everything he had. Because like I always tell people, there is no election around the whole globe and don't have irregularities. Election are always having irregularities. So if you said maybe they put enough in there, and you see the margin is very huge, and you say you want to rerun, even if the people did not vote for you first time, what make you think the second time they will vote for you? So if actually can prove that 100 there were that day, that's what forced people to not vote, then the election commission has to look into that as well.
Yeah, and one of the things that people will ask, and myself I'm asking, is that, like you said, why they never brought it to the attention of the National Elections Commission, or why they never took it to court. But they should be whipped first before they start to tell people that it was because country devil came outside. That's the reason why the people were not able to vote, and now they are now asking for rerun or recheck within that area. That's one of the questions a person who asks as it relates to that. But let's bring you the voice. Mm, okay. So you can have the voice of George Watkins, that's the political affairs officer of Buffer Chambers.
Person in law Ibadan decided to file a legal brief with the National Elections Commission after exhausting what was available in the county. So today we are here at the level of the Board of Commissioners to talk to them and tell them why were the crimes we have, those irregularities that happened while we're in some of our complaints stems from the situation in Washington and that of also and how there were issues of ballot stuffing, intimidation of voters, the appearance of the concept level. At the level of the speaker who asked for a rerun of this center, I think that it is precedent in our recent electoral history, where if there are qualms in certain centers within the district, you can probably have a quarantine and you call for rerun. So we are respecters of the law. We do not intend to hijack the law. We don't intend to use police power. We could have done it if we wanted to have been. But then we decided to respect the law. And so all we're doing right now, we are following what the law says. After we've exhausted those legal mechanisms at the level of the county, we are now here at the headquarters of the National Elections Commission, where we expect the Board of Commissioners to look into our complaint file against the process that was conducted in some of the centers in People's Political District in Maryland County. So we filed for recount and subsequent rerun of some centers in People because we got evidence of the ballots have been stopped. We got evidence that the people were intimidated by traditional or Marx themselves from country. We have evidence about collusion between the networker and that of the other party. So with all of what we have, we induce them and have it exhibited before the Board of Commissioners, wherein when they're going to see wisdom and do the needful thing as per what the law dictates. So that's exactly what I'm here for. It's unfortunate today that our opening team here, he said he doesn't have a lawyer. And he's asked for time and he's asked the Board of Commissioners to grant him up to Thursday, where he will come here with a lawyer for the matter to be heard. Fine, it is his right under the law. We will respect that as we all respect the terms and conditions of the legal mechanisms. So the Board of Commissioners granted him that time. Sometimes let him bring a lawyer. We want to be with our lawyers and we want to look into the matter.
Okay, so that's the voice of George Watkins, the political affair officer, I mean, of Buffer Chambers. So that's what he's saying, but that's the rightful procedure. That's what we expect all Liberians to do. That if you have a problem, you'll be able to channel it the rightful way. But my question here is why it wasn't done earlier? Right. If there's a problem, if the National Election Commission look into it and deem it necessary that there be a rerun in some of the districts or at some of the precincts, then as it will be done there. But why you never brought it up before, but now you are bringing it up? Like you see, Nipa County, 2% there, there was rerun, and the result came up this on Friday. So if it was to be said then, by now you people have gotten the result of some of the precincts in Kibo. But now that you are saying it, I'm also thinking, why now? Should you be whipped first before you try to say that? If Country Devil came outside on the day of election, and you people are saying that you have evidence to that, you be able to um, you'll be able to say it right away. You know, people who have shown attention, people who have taken it seriously. But now that too many time have passed, I'm not saying that they won't take it seriously, but I'm just saying that the gap or the space was just too much for that. Yeah, and we all know Buffer Chambers, he was the Speaker of the Republic of Liberia, and he was whipped in people there. So that's it this morning. I don't know what you make of it, but that's my own analysis that if this particular thing was brought up soon, it could have catch the attention of many Liberians because it's against the law. Why would people be going to the polls to vote and you are putting culture devil outside? The National Election Commission will have looked into it. And even the problem that George Watkins saying that that they have with the National Election Commission, that they have evidence and all of that. You had the evidence. You have brought the evidence to the National Election Commission since. But anyway, it's equal now, and we'll be following up that and be looking as to how it will turn. Yeah. So that's it. And also, next year, the government of Japan, they committed itself to providing food for Liberia, 2 million United States dollar worth of food aid to Liberia, and that's a great one because people need food within this country, and they did a great job at doing that. On yesterday, he said that at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and also Minister Dimas Wekimenya also congratulated them and told them thank you that the food will be used to help poor people with Liberia. And that's the um that's the man Mushiziki has seen. He spoke to Liberians yesterday. Let's have his voice.
We start by expressing my gratitude for our friendship and cooperation between Liberia and Japan. Over the years, we maintained a strong and enduring partnership that has expanded to include a wide range of collaboration in various development-related areas. Japan-Liberia Food Assistance Program, also known as the KR Food Assistance, may be regarded as an instrument to highlight and deepen our friendship each year. And I'm happy to be here again to take part in this very significant occasion. For this Japanese fiscal year, I'm delighted to announce food assistance program is valued at 300 million Japanese yen, which is equivalent to about 2 million US dollars. The government of Japan started the food assistance program for Liberia in 2008 because of a strong commitment of providing humanitarian assistance to countries in need. The goal of this program is not just to provide food assistance, but to build a bridge of friendship and solidarity aimed at improving the lives of the Liberian people. I understand rice is a staple food and mainstay of Liberian diet and a crucial source of nutrition. It has served as the basis of our food assistance program. I am also happy to mention the proceeds and returns from the rice assistance have been carefully used by the Liberian government to fund a wide range of development initiatives.
Okay, so that's the voice of Mokishuki. Yeah, he spoke, and that's so welcoming, and about the food assistance
What I have to say
to Liberia.
about the situation, I congratulate them for what they have done. But my issue with foreign diplomats and people from out there bringing food to the West, to Africa, for example. I listened here yesterday to the agriculture minister. She was like, "This is the time that Liberia graduate from government-owned farm, that is, they don't want government owning farm anymore, but instead they want the private sector to get the productions of food and all these things. That is international partners can come in, maybe set up a local farming, poultry, and other things, and like people like you, and they are open to set them up. You can come in with your farm from China, from whatever part of the world where you have the partners in your Liberia, that is also welcome. You can come in, set up your own farm, be able to sell to the population as well. What I think Donna should focus on now, I believe in a church that says, don't teach me, don't give me fish,
No,
but teach
teach
me
me how
how
to
to
feed.
fish. Because Liberia has a lot of things on its deck when it comes to development. And food production and food insecurity has remained a serious challenge to this country.
Mm.
So I understand that they are doing their best making and helping African countries that are short of food, especially Liberia. But I think this is the time that the agriculture ministry and other partners, even the foreign minister, be able to engage the partners standing in that. All of use on our market. Why export them? Export the wherever the people produce it, 5% sending it back to us, and we buy it higher money. Why not produce these things right here? Okay. So we have huge farm, we have good farm, we have good soil for production and manufacture things that will help us farm and use it instead of us just sitting waiting for input. That's my own take. I actually appreciate what it did, but I think this is the time that all of these will come to develop.
All right, so that's it. That's a good one there because myself I listened to the minister of agriculture yesterday, and she spoke about Liberia, making farms to be able to get their products. Yes, it will be so helpful. We have many lands that we can use to be able to get products because if these people bring food here, and after a long period of time, if we get done eating the food, then how are we going to get more? Are we going to wait till they can bring another one before we start to eat? The little that we have here, we start to invest in it and be able to put more money in the agricultural sector. It will be able to help Liberia. But nevertheless, we are grateful for what they did. But we are just saying that we'll be able to make our own food here. So that's it this morning. Let's be able to go to the Facebook page and read out few comments before opening the phone lines this morning. This is Murata Singh. This good morning, watching you guys from Italy. And Bali Saka says, good morning, VOL. I'm following you from Park City, Markipi. Thomas N. Sabo says, I'm watching from Johnsonville Township. Papi Keita says, good morning, Liberia Voice. CDC Papi Success Keita from Bon County District 3. Thanks for watching. Or La Focho Woloto Wayne, he says, good morning, following you from Southern Arizona, the United States. Thanks for following. Voice of Lofa says, I'm following from Lofa County. And then Rapi Semi says, I'm following from Kisikam GSA Road, Painesville. DJ Secret LIB, he says, fire outbreak at the Ministry of Finance currently. We talked about that. Haji Man says, good morning to you all and the peace, loving people of Maryland County. I'm watching from District Titan, Montserrat County at my business port. Thank you. Lofa Queen, she said, peace, love. Roberta Richards says, watching. So thanks to all of you watching via Facebook. I will share the live video and invite our friends to participate. Drop your comments will be read at the end of this program. And if you're just tuning in, this is Voice of Liberia 104.1. Currently, you are listening to the program Good Morning Liberia with Samiria Wana and Grace Williams Joshua this morning. Let's now open the phone lines to be able to talk to the callers. Okay, just before opening the phone line this morning, we will call Mafila Kamara. Currently, she's at the Ministry of Information, the Ministry of Finance, sorry, where the fire outbreak happened this morning. And this is a very, very much serious issue at the building there. The fire outbreak is heavy this morning. So we're going to call Mafila Kamara so that she'll be able to give us update as to how it is there, as to whether fire service have gone there already, or how's the atmosphere there like this morning. So let's get Mafila on the line and be able to interact with her this morning. So that's it. Keep watching, keep following. To those of our regular followers, we'd like to say thanks for following. And let's now take this short break. When we get back, we will get. Let's now take this short break. When we get back, we'll get Mafila on the line.
Let me start by expressing my gratitude for our friendship and cooperation between Liberia and Japan. Over the years, we have maintained a strong and enduring partnership that has expanded to in various development. Japan Liberia Food Assistance Program, also known as the KR Food Assistance, may be regarded as an instrument.
Okay, we are about to get down the line.
To highlight and deepen our friendship each year. And I'm happy to be here again to take part in this very significant occasion. For this Japanese fiscal year, I'm delighted to announce food assistance program is valued at 300 million Japanese yen, which is equivalent to about 2 million US dollars. The government of Japan started the food assistance program for Liberia in 2008 because of a strong commitment of providing humanitarian assistance to countries.
I'm hoping to speak with one or two persons here. She's so happy here at the Ministry of Finance.
Okay, so it's under control, right? Not exposure, under control, or you still have to fire off.
Situation is under control because we just listed the factor of the local services. They get remote factor for the things. I guess they are gone to their the everything is under control, but the movement of people here at the ministry is being restricted because they are not allowing it to be kept for the Ministry of Finance and Development. So at the everything is under control.
Okay, so that means the place has been fair and people resume work. There's atmosphere okay.
Like I said, we have people who meet about because we have other people here, like employees who associated monitoring role in outside active AM program. They are actually lecturing. So normal working activity has not yet resumed here at the Ministry of Finance and Development because we still have the teaching, lecturing, and all of that. Everybody's like happening here at the Ministry of Finance. So at the same process, all about people that not yet started.
So you think why they don't want to talk to the press? Why you think they don't want to talk to the press? Because you said that on tear flow there's a room there that caught fire.
So one of the employees here, they are actually afraid to speak to journalists. Yes, most of them are actually protecting their work because for each one child to even the particular going to say, oh, the communication director of this particular case, I'm not a spokesperson of this particular ministry. So they are doing it because they want to protect their work because they don't want to speak with the journalists at the end of the day. I mean, yes, in the meantime, then I was this thing actually ministry. So that's the reason why they don't want to speak with us here at the ministry of finance.
Thank you very much, Maki.
Okay, thank you.
That was the voice of Mafia Kamara, our women journalist here at Bottom Like Rushes at the Bishop of Honors, where there was a fire incident this morning. So far, so good information she provided is that the situation is under control and there is no need to panic.
So let's go to the lines and be able to take our calls. 0770 907 are the numbers to call and be able to make your point this morning on Good Morning Liberia. We talked about the political affairs officer George Watkins is calling for a rerun at some of the precincts in people for buffer chambers. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
You're live.
My name is Edna Hammer, calling about Tax City, calling the West State this morning.
Go ahead.
Let me appreciate you for on your analysis. What I had to do with the fellow officer Honorable John Watkins statement, how to do with Honorable Baba Chibo. As you let us say that, it has been later. You saw the discrimination in there, you can read back for so long. Well, the chairperson already pronounced that the final of running and telling us that we got it on Rally Nation on the 14th of November. And the complaint is not to that thing. You saw how the people in that country. And the way that it's how a real running out there, the way they want to do it, they want to take away the past. So why is it? And I'm
Okay.
I'm not let you hit it. That's the way this kind of thing. So that's the first time you talk about out there, you put it for things. When you start a protest, how do you when you love the last two focus, they're not up and today you're reaching it. So it's not thinking the single down on the election. The world of the force to say and to me is anything over that to people to want to move power. Our people now is still on the runner up.
Good morning. Good morning. Your line is terrible. Go ahead. We will take another call. This line is very bad. Good morning.
There's no one on the line. Call us on 0770 907 907 0880 907 907 to be able to participate.
Good morning.
Your name and where you calling
My name is and I join you from represent Jarastan this morning. Thank you. You know, Hospital Chimo should not be running around here for me. Man. He swept that place 3 times. Since 2005, he spent 18 years there. He has nothing to show to the people of Western District. He could not even make one student from the William V. Department University. Today, the people whose son have beaten him massively. And he's running around here that let him go back to the private sector. Let him go back to the private sector. Let him strategize again. But for representing the position of Senator Maryland, we never take it in your life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Good morning. Your name and where you calling from?
I need to shout out to you. This year right now, someone school is there, we see you will reach it. You understand? That's what you're wearing. We die with you, will. I will die with you. I will not tell my father I ain't murder to. You see? No, we run out of there.
Thank you. Few more minutes. So, few more minutes to be able to call it for the yeah 0770 907 907 0880 907 907 are the numbers to call.
Good morning.
Since I'm here,
Good morning.
Grace.
Good morning.
Good morning. David E. Harris from Benson City this morning.
Go ahead.
Look, of course, PSP. Buffer Chimo, please go and sit and start running around this place. You know, I know the chief of the style.
People had the opportunity. You have a budget of $2 point something million. The people give you a sovereignty, which is a vote to represent it. You turn your back on it, you go there, only doing voting time. Then you expect for the people to continue voting for you. You rejected them. Now they will reject you. I think one of our sisters said in there concerning the donation. Look, for me, that of course PSP. The food you're talking about, you're carrying the Gaza script or you're carrying the Ukraine. The thing we need agriculture with materials to grow food. Please, people bring all agricultural material because my government tell me say you will prioritize agriculture. We import close to $200 million worth of work annually year. We need agriculture equipment so our government to do mechanized farming. Please, you carry that food. Minister Kimaya, you carry that food in the Gaza script. You need more else. Thank you.
Also, this woman is
Okay. Go ahead.
very, very sad. Okay, but let's take this call. Good morning. Good morning.
The person is on the line. Good morning. Okay. Oh, go ahead.
Good morning.
Okay, let's just go back to what you were saying.
Yeah, let's focus on the runoff election instead of us politicians trying to come in with the thing in. Let us try and make it right this time around. All of us put our money to that. Money,
Yeah, morning.
and even why you call
I'm calling for my name is Artist here. Calling from my community.
go ahead.
Yeah. What was you watching proud? If you would not need it, you should go sit down. You never go for that. Please attention. You see,
Good morning,
good morning.
and even where you come from.
How is it before I call it from the smart room?
I see go
Person,
ahead.
yeah, for poverty more. So the way he now open the corner, so the corner is open, I can't again. I'm a fair question to him. I'm right. Ever say you should appear that you complain, ever say why the poor is really from me, I mean from country, the other era, I can't agree them all the one. Why you not getting the complaint? Then they fulfill nothing, the election result, the next upcoming of the 14th of February, and you say that you want to rerun. Now here they call it the whole rerun over there, then you call it the whole, you not jump on the society too. You will be a complaint. I'm a people there, man.
Okay, thank you. 0770-907-907-0880907 are the numbers to call to be able to make your point on Good Morning Liberia. Do you think that is related or that report that Prophet Shiva is giving for a recount or rerun? Do you think so? Good
Good
morning.
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 Morning. Yes. Good
What
morning, man. How you
what
doing?
away from your monitor, please?
I did, sorry. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah, this is Fred. Let me give you a story for Close Target District, Maryland County.
Hmm.
Let me put on speed the Baltimore issue.
Mhm.
We will have Baltimore 2005, 2011, 2017. The Baltimore one of the material powers have done well, more than that. Baltimore has done nothing in our county or in our district.
Hmm.
So this government would decide to go out.
Okay.
If he knew that when they were up there, I think you're bound you to learn how to complain. No matter what the law. So we're going to probably rerun or whatever. But now you wait there, because apparently next thing right now the result in whatever interest cannot take on the altar. That's black lie. What I noticed about the whole issue is that when you say people not they should to bring it to the process, people say no. They say yeah you will go. People don't this way. If people in some cases they go something. People look I don't have a bad person I like official.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You need to walk away from your monitor before placing in your court this morning. So we have 10 more minutes or less than 10 more minutes to call it a day. Good morning, Liberia. We are going to take two more calls and then we close the call segment. 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Anyone, where do you join us from?
My name is Chris Brian. I do call from Nigeria County to people Takata.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hello? Yeah, the issue of corruption and the rest of the people in this country, these people are not serious. They're taking this country to be like LFM, whatever, and however they want to run this country. That's how they go on the principle of running this country. You have election ongoing. There is any other issues you have with anything, you take your case at the Supreme Court, then your case can be redressed. But you can't wait and now resolving, you coming out to say, oh, taking case to the court. The people are resolved, people are not voting, people now all parties settlement or what you feel you get money that you want to enrich yourself. People voting people for what they can do for their country, not for individual.
Okay, thank you. You've made your point. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and what do you join us from?
Yeah, I'm Joseph Momo, Charles in Masurado County District number 17.
Go straight to the point, Joseph.
Yeah, my issue on property was in Maryland County. If he had that complaint, he was to put in a complaint ever sent to the NEC chairman, but he couldn't wait, and then the results have already been filed up and they are getting final information, and now he coming in with a complaint. So I do believe that situation cannot be handled now because that's done with the issue already.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. This is John William.
Go ahead.
Just want to go and say that in my future, he brought his way to the government. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So the calls keeps coming and coming and coming. This morning it keeps coming. This morning, but this is how we wrap up this morning. Let's go across the table. Grace.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. You still have call?
Yeah, somebody pass. Go ahead.
Yeah, you still were taking two more, so
Yeah, go ahead.
sure. Thank you for the time today for following us. Thank you for everything, and it's a pleasure to always be here. Thank you.
Okay, so this is how I say goodbye, and thanks for always following Voice of Liberia. We have been here since 7 started this morning, and okay, so quickly let's take Mafila on the line at the ministry. Okay.
I'll call you back, please.
Hello. Hello. Okay, she left the line already. So I'd like to say thanks to all of you who listen. Thanks for watching, and it was a nice presentation on this radio. And I would like to say to those of you who followed through the diaspora, I would like to say thanks for following. Those of you who dropped your comment, thanks for dropping your comment, and also thanks to those in Malawi, that is also Liberia 89.7. Thanks for following this broadcast. And I would also like to thank our producer, Tentivia. He been here making sure that this program is a success. So we see you tomorrow morning. My name is Sylvia Online. This is how I call